What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Raymond Tackle Forever. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm about another video. Before I get into that video, I want to remind everyone that I leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. So you're trying to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up, and if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to do so. Today I'm about another video. I don't know the exact title for this video. I gotta play around with different names on TubeBuddy to see which title get the highest rating. I go from there, but I will say it will be something along the lines of body cam footage shows Connecticut police officer shoot man tackling her with a hammer. And this is a video I found on Instagram that someone sent to me that I ended up watching the video, and after I made my thoughts on it, thought about it for a while, then someone sent me the video to my phone, tagged me in the video on Instagram. So now I'm sharing my thoughts on it. I want to show the title just for y'all to see. Okay. First, I want to read an article just so everyone can get the full story. In a shocking incident in Middleton, Connecticut, a female police officer named Carly Travis found herself fighting for her life on August 12th when she was attacked by a man wielding a hammer. The attacker, who has since been identified as Winston Tate, apparently has a history of violence and had previously targeted other police officers in separate incidents. When Travis responded to a noise complaint called in Middletown, she had no idea that she would face such a life-threatening situation. Upon her arrival, she was confronted by Winston Tate, a 52-year-old man armed with a hammer. Without any warning, Tate charged at Travis, striking her with the weapon and knocking her to the ground. To make matters worse, he then climbed on top of her and continued his brutal assault. In the midst of this violent struggle, the attacker Travis made a split-second decision to fire her weapon in self-defense. Although Tate was not seriously harmed by the shots, Travis asked to allow her to retreat to safety while he returned to his home. She was eventually able to apprehend him and bring him into custody once additional backup arrived. As a result of this horrifying incident, a judge has set Tate's bond at $500,000 and charged him with multiple offenses. Now, this whole ordeal, this whole situation, this whole incident leads to a lot of questions. First question is, when the call was called in, why did dispatch a female officer to a situation with a male? Not only that, but a situation with a male that already had other run-ins or other incidents where they try to hurt law enforcement. Why would they dispatch a female officer? Because I know in Florida, if you get pulled over or any situation where you have a history of looting and fleeing on the police, or any kind of thing going wrong involving an officer, they normally send backup. Like if I get pulled over and I got a history of taking the police on a high-speed chase, the police gonna run my name and sit there until backup come. I guess they had different laws in Connecticut. Why would they send a female officer to a situation like this with someone known for attacking the officer? Why would they send a female? That's the first $1 question I have. That's the first $1 question. Second $1 question I have is the video shows the officer walking up to the house, and before she get close enough, she see the male come out the house with a hammer in his hand. As he walking up to her, she got a good distance to make a different decision other than pull her gun. As you can see, when he take her running, when he gets to his fence, she's already backing up. This is all on Bodycam. She's already backing up. So before he take her full speed, she got enough time to say, why pull my firearm when I can just pull my taser and tase the guy? I'm gonna let it show. Y'all can watch it from a distance. See how much distance she got? Look at that good distance from the house. Male coming, you see him coming. That's a big difference. Why she started coming to Bodycam, I don't know. See, that's a good distance when she could have pulled her taser and tased him instead of putting her firearm shooting him multiple times. They got shot twice. I don't know how many times he got shot. Luckily, they wasn't deadly shots. You know what I mean? He got hit by the bullets. He still was able to attack her in that video, as you can see. So she had enough time to make another decision. As you see, watch it one more time. She had enough time to make a good decision before putting her firearm. You know, but lucky for some reason, that's always the situation. Pull your firearm, shoot first, ask question later. She could have pulled a taser and tased him before he even got close enough to hit her with the hammer, to striking her with the hammer. In my opinion. In my opinion. You know what I mean? And I just want to point those things out. I just want to point this out because it's obvious she didn't have to shoot him. She didn't have to shoot him because a man, come on, regardless of the fact, a hammer is only so heavy. You can't do that much damage with a hammer. You can't do that much damage with a hammer, regardless who's swinging it. You can't do that much damage with a hammer. You know what I mean? Just in my opinion. Just in my opinion. I'm just sharing my thoughts, how I feel. So those are 3 important questions I have. When this call came in about this incident, why would dispatchers dispatch a female officer to a situation where the suspect already had previous history of attacking the officers? Why didn't it send backup from the get-go? The moment it was called in, why wasn't more than one officer dispatched to this situation? And these are just my opinion. These are just my opinion. You know, and it's just sad that the officers getting attacked. I mean, and it's sad that the officers getting attacked like this, but it's just, I feel like pulling your firearm should be a last result. A last action. She shouldn't have pulled her firearm. She could have tased him way before he got close enough to strike her with the hammer. You got to get real close to strike someone with a hammer. And what you can see from the video, just like I can see clear as day, she had enough time to see this man come out the house with the hammer in his hand, make it down his driveway, step onto the street, and run at her. That's more than a split second. That's more than a split second. As she was backing up to get away from him, she had enough time to pull that taser and boom, hit her with the taser. You know what I mean? Just in my opinion. These are my opinion. And now he's in jail, I guess still incarcerated, on a $500,000 bond. On a $500,000 bond. $500,000 bond. But, not to get off subject or anything, but how many times an officer killed an innocent black man, not to be racist, but innocent black man, or how many officers have been incarcerated for unlawful acts they done on other suspects or people that assumed a suspect? They didn't get a $500,000. They didn't get a $500,000 bond, huh? I mean, just being real. Just being real. You know what I mean? Some of this situation where the suspect getting $500,000 bond, but yet, what's that guy name? What is that guy name? All these different suspects that were shot and whatnot by officers, they didn't get $500,000 bond. Not throwing no particular name, I'm just saying all those situations. Even the last one where the boy was beat up. You know what I mean? None of those officers was held in jail on a $500,000 bond, but yet this guy get a $500,000 bond. I see something wrong with that. From attacking an officer with a hammer, I see something wrong with that. And part of the way Connecticut law firms some of the blame is on y'all. Because y'all didn't have no business dispatching a female officer to this situation, knowing this guy had prior history of attacking officers. You shouldn't have sent this female in the first place. Those are my thoughts. That's how I feel. For a shout out, my shout out video the last Sunday in September. Tell me in the comment how you feel about this situation. And I give you a shout out, my shout out video the last Sunday in September. If you like my thoughts on the video on this situation, remember to subscribe, like, comment, share. Make sure you turn on post notifications and be notified every time I upload a video. I do leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. Take the time to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up. And if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to share the playlist. And I'll see y'all in my next video.